All right, what's going on, guys? gdoggcasey here, bringing you another NBA 2K16 My Career video. This time, things are a little different. After their first NBA game, I actually dropped a little bit of cash on the game because I didn't want to keep playing as a 55 overall. I know eventually you can, you can level up and you can get up there eventually, but it takes a really long time. And because I'm making videos, I felt like it'd be worth it for me to drop a little bit and make my player a little bit more entertaining to watch, because we don't want to be watching a 55 overall struggle through the whole season. So I gave him a bit of extra skills. He's mostly focused in athletics. He's got a lot of speed, some decent ball handling, inside scoring, and about average jumpers. So we're going to go into our second NBA game, which is actually Game 7, but anyway.
LeBron James. What more can you say about the guy that hasn't already been said? He can play anywhere on the court, and he gets it done on both ends like nobody else in the league. If we can't slow him down, this game could get out of hand real quick. It's going to be one of the biggest tests of the season for me, that's for sure. Time to step up.
All right, so yeah, the way the rookie year seems to go is that they've given you 8 NBA regular season games to play, and they sort of script them based on like milestones. Now, this is their first ever career game against LeBron James, even though for like 90% of this game, LeBron James is not even on the court because we're playing a backup. But anyway, so they'll have you playing against like milestone players like that, your first NBA game, all that type of thing. So yeah, you already got to see our first assist of the game. Here's Verjao coming with a huge block. You can see me trying to put these dribble moves and this athletics together to try to get a little bit more inside scoring going in the NBA. But Verjao stopping me here on the first try. On the second try here, getting to the left, the lane looks wide open, and Verjao just comes in, boom, out of nowhere, and slams that one away. He was a pest for me all game, as you can see later on here. Just trying a crappy little jumper. That was supposed to be a layup attempt, but I messed it up. And that's not going to be going in. Excuse me. Over here, we have Stucky dribbling with the ball. He's going to get us open shot, but that's not going to drop. Our mid-range is not quite good enough yet. Here we are calling for a pick and roll, going to the right side this time. Again, the lane looks open, but Verjao just slams that one right into his own teammate's face, and the teammate just catches the ball and moves on. So Verjao has blocked us hardcore 3 times already, and we're only in the first quarter. Finally, Olsen managing to get his first 2 points of the game. You could tell he was kind of forcing it a little bit there as he gets another assist here. Stucky does all the work on this one, but we'll take it. But yeah, Olsen really struggling here. He's got a very low field goal percentage, really struggling to get some points here, and the struggles will continue as he's trying to find an open shot here. He does get to the lane, and that's not going to drop. A little bit of an ambitious attempt there, but that's how we're supposed to be scoring our points. So again, Olsen trying once again, and yet again, not getting the layup to fall. Now we're in the second quarter, and we're only down by 5 points, so we can bring it back here. But Olsen's jumpers, his layups, just nothing's going right here. Over here on defense, though, Stucky does get the steal, and Olsen's going to be wide open. You can't miss this one, as we drop those in for 2 points and bring the lead to within 3. As the second half is continuing to wind down here, Olsen once again, we are the point guard, so we do get to sort of drive the offense here. And here, he's driving the ball right into the offense's hands, the opposition's hands is what I meant to say, as he turns the ball over, gives up a score, and basically allows Cleveland to pull ahead by even more. Here he is jumping on a screen a little bit too early. Screen is worthless at that point, and he's got a one-on-one matchup, so he's trying to take advantage of it, but it's just the defender is just too good. Even moving into the post here, realizing that that's not going to work at all, a little bit embarrassing, so he dumps the ball off as the shot clock winds down, and our teammate gets us out of a shitty situation, dropping the 3 and getting us an assist. Over here on the right side of the court, we are trying to go baseline. Going baseline is one of my favorite things to do, so I'm going to keep giving it a try. There's a spin move getting to the basket, but Verjao's good shot defense going to stop us from getting that in. And this has just been a struggle all game here. 18% field goal percentage, only 4 points. We do have 4 assists, but here is an assist to the other team as we turn the ball over once again. Verjao getting that steal, and they will score off that turnover. And like I said, Verjao has just been absolutely disgusting to me in this game so far. It's like It's incredibly embarrassing. Down by 10 points now. Olsen just trying to get anything to happen. He is going to get the ball off to Mahini, and that is going to be another assist. So since we can't score, the least we can do is try to set up our teammates, so we will call for a pick and roll every once in a while. Here's a pick, and Olsen goes the wrong way, finally turns around to take advantage of it, and he's going to try to get to the basket. He does finally get fouled, and yes, he will hit those 2 free throws to bring his point total up to a whopping 6 points in the first half. We do have 5 assists, which is pretty good for a backup point guard, especially considering the fact that it's only the first half. But there's another terrible turnover, as I don't know what I was thinking when I tried to make that pass. But Olsen does get back, and he makes the block. Actually, pretty interesting, getting the ball back for our team. He's going to come up here, and he's going to pull up, try to go for a lane. He gets blocked hard, but then he tries to pull up for a jumper here, and he does manage to drop that. So actually not too bad here for Olsen, as the Cavs are going to be coming back here to try to get a little bit more done as the half winds down. Olsen is going to get into the paint here. He gets another block. The ball goes right to Jefferson. He just drains a long 2-point shot. So didn't matter whether or not I got the block, but it does pad the stats a little bit. Here we are in the fourth quarter now, having been out of the game for the entire third and pretty much the entire fourth. We are getting blown out by Cleveland. So Olsen just trying to pad his stats a little bit. Misses the 3-point shot. Gonna end up coming here with 7 seconds left in the game. And this ending is about as pitiful as the entire game has been, as Olsen puts up a quick shot that's an air ball, and Verjao comes up and just pats us on the head like, you need this. That was just an awful game from Olsen, especially considering after I just put money into the game to make my player better, and he hits us with that very stale performance. So just not very good. As you take a look, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 blocks, which is pretty good, but 3 for 14 in the field. And after all that, we get hit with this garbage from the owner of the team. See you guys later.
What a life, eh, freak? 1 minute you're playing 21 and horse on the courts in Harlem, and the next moment you're in the showroom, configuring the gunmetal and graphite exterior of your luxury car and your iPad mini. Oh, I bet you get a crazy crowd when you drive that car around the block in the old neighborhood, huh?
Yeah, I'm living the dream. Mad pandemonium. But folks from back around the way are real proud of me.
Yeah, I hear you. Local kid makes good. You know, it kind of reminds me of when I took my tech stock public and I rang the New York Stock Exchange bell, and my mom's friends called her up and said, Maggie, is that your son on Bloomberg News this morning ringing the bell? And my mom says, yes, sirree, Bob, it was him. That was a great moment, freak. And you know, our lives are like a pearl necklace of great moments, all strung together with the finest silk thread of memories. And we have to be very careful how we cultivate those pearls and we thread that necklace.
Does this meeting by any chance have to do with Vic Van Leer?
I grew up in the burbs, freak. I wasn't poor, upper middle class, comfortable. My daddy worked as an accountant for one of the largest insurance firms in the country. Smart with his money. Mom didn't have to work. I went to boarding school. And then my dad died of a heart attack when I was a freshman at MIT. I was a movie geek, wanted to be a civil engineer, but I made my fortune by becoming a hybrid of both those interests. My dad didn't want me to be an accountant. Oh, listen to this. My best friend was a guy named Isidore. Yeah, we called him Izzy. He was one of the smartest human beings I have ever met in my life. I mean, Izzy was taking second-year college calculus courses as a high school sophomore, right? Straight-A student, full ride to MIT. Izzy had the world at his fingertips. But he was always looking for trouble, and trouble found him. He ran with the wrong crowd. And when we got to MIT, he got this great job working for a financial consulting firm in Boston. But every weekend, he would fly to Vegas. You see, Izzy had a system for counting cards in Vegas that had the big casinos on the Strip. Oh, stymied. He would come back to MIT with suitcases filled with $200,000 in cold cash.
Word?
Yeah.
So your man Izzy was getting hit off like that?
Like a fat rat in a cheddar cheese factory, freak.
Okay, so what happened to this dude Izzy? Because he's dope.
No, not dope. Dead. After he'd been missing for 3 weeks, the Nevada State Police never found hide nor hair of Isidore. And our friendship took a hit when he asked me to hang out with him in Vegas, and I said I wouldn't do it because I knew he was on a dark and twisted path in his life. And yes, he was my dude. But no way was I gonna throw my life away trying to show my loyalty to a guy who really and truly didn't understand what loyalty was all about.
So this meeting is about Vic.
Correctamente.
Okay, well, sir, Vic isn't Izzy.
And why's that, freak?
Well, for one thing, you and your dead friend Izzy didn't grow up poor. Me and Vic grew up in a neighborhood where we had to look over our shoulder every 2 seconds to make sure nobody was going to walk up on us and rob us.
True. Izzy and I did not grow up in the hood. But we, like you, thankfully grew up in a 2-parent household. But even that wasn't enough for Izzy. He wasn't satisfied. He was always looking for a 5-alarm fire when he already had the warmth and comfort of a loving family. This is not about class warfare, freak. This is about the consequences of making bad choices and risking it all when you feel like you have nothing to lose.
Vic is like a brother to me, sir.
But you shouldn't be Brother Vic's keeper, freak. Would a brother go looking for trouble and put your career and your livelihood at risk by getting into fights at nightclubs and seedy after-hour joints and then scream to the media, "Yeah, it's all good, I'm an FOF, friendo freak. It's all misunderstanding. Y'all be haters, don't hate my game." I don't think a brother would do that to someone they really cared about, but a guy who looked at you like a meal ticket would.
No. See, you don't understand Vic.
Really? I don't understand.
No.
Look, man, it was a misunderstanding with the guy in the next VIP booth. His honey started flirting with me, so naturally I started flirting back. Next thing I know, Captain Cornball's off my grill piece beefing. Next thing he know, he got a 2-piece and a biscuit under his left eye. Hey, I don't know who hit him, and it damn sure wasn't me. Hey, Captain Cornball's mad because I'm an FOF, friend of freak. Hey, but check this out though. He needs to train that hottie before he leave the house though. Yo, he's hot as ain't loyal, man.
What's there to understand? Are you freaking blind? You know, I just want to know, how much did you pay your lawyers to make all this go away?
Almost 100,000.
Excuse me, son, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said I paid almost $100,000.
Exactly. And if you keep riding shotgun with Vic, you're gonna go broke. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Look, Vic is my friend, and I grew up with him. How many times I gotta tell you, sir?
Freak, this is not a request. I am not asking you to do this. I am telling you to do this. And the first order of business is that Mr. Vic Van Leer is banned from traveling with you on the road. Vic is banned from the locker room. And Vic is banned from this arena. And if I catch this guy, Vic, in or anywhere near the facilities, Mr. Vic Van Leer will be arrested for trespassing.
Are you serious, sir?
Brother, I'm as serious as cancer. We all know that can be deadly.
You know, me and Vic were kids, playing summer tournaments at the Dome. We always imagined making it to the pros, right? And after the crowds left, just a street light was on the court, like 11:30, 12 midnight, even 1 in the morning sometimes. We used to practice player introductions, running on the court, giving dap, high-fiving the teammates. Vic, he would act as an announcer. You know, he would introduce me, announce my name on the loudspeaker, and the Jumbotron would flash my image like a little guy dressed in long shorts and a jersey. And now, fresh off his 3-game, 62-point scoring streak, the youngest player to ever do so in NBA history, frequency vibrations. So me and Vic would sit in those empty bleachers at the Dome and dream like nobody's business. And now I'm living a dream. For real. And in so many ways, Vic was part of that.
Please, listen to me. I mean, I know this guy's your dude from way back.
Look, me and Vic go way back like the front seats of a 67 Cadillac.
That's good. We go way back. Did you say front seats?
Front seats of a 67 Cadillac.
We go way back like the front seats of a 67 Cadillac. Well, do you have any questions? I'm going to be the hit once again at Herbie Allen's Sun Valley Shindig because my fellow billionaires love it when I walk and talk that talk.
So that almost sounds...
No, let me tell you exactly what it sounds like. I respect, admire, and most importantly, love you as a human being and a role model. But I pay you a lot. And I mean, I pay you a lot of money to play for my team. And I am in this game to win it. And you can't win it with an albatross around your neck like Vic. So Vic is done. History. And here's some more lingo that I picked up from a former megastar who used to play for me several seasons ago. Thought I would never release him until I did. And now he's the sixth man on a struggling team in Venice. And yeah, I'm talking Venice with the canals and the gondolas and Harry's bar, not the street ballers next to the fortune tellers on the beach in Cali. This guy used to tell me when he thought there was a player destroying our team, don't be a hero, cut that zero. And that is what I am telling you about Vic, freak. Don't be a hero, cut that zero. The only thing Vic brings into your life is headache and unwanted and unnecessary negative attention. And it will begin to affect your mindset. And when it affects your mindset, affect your play. And when it affects your play, it's gonna affect my team. And when it affects my team, it's gonna affect my money. And if it affects my money, Google Translate will become your new freaking friend. I want a championship ring, freak, and I want you to help me get that ring. And banners after banners hanging from the rafters in this arena. So, freak, hear me clearly and hear me good. V, G, Vic, gotta go. Handle your business. And remember, that contract you signed contained a morality clause, a very important clause that revolves around your conduct on and off the court, and how it can negatively impact my team. Now, I don't want you to have to learn Italian or Croatian as a second language. And hey, playing pro ball overseas, there's nothing wrong with that. But the arenas are nothing like this, nor will the money be the same. And on top of all of that, this is the U.S. of A., the greatest freaking country in the world. Ask yourself, is Vic worth all that? Think about it. Think long, think wrong.
Tell you about Vic. He has his bad rap. It's not, and I understand some of his judgments might shadow his actual character. He's not that at all. Man, Vic, let me tell you something. We actually, we have love for each other. We're brothers. Blood couldn't make us any closer at all. I mean, he has so much loyalty to me and to my family. You could see even Cece, has issues with him, but he still loves her. He still loves her.